conjure up a monster that'll grind you to the bones. She has all the ways to haunt ya when you take her on alone. Wouldn't you like a taste of the power? Wouldn't you like to use more than words? Deep in the night, the fight lasts for hours. You can be hurt or you can be turned. Wouldn't you like to have some of the magic? Wouldn't you like your outcome preferred? Deep in the night, the fight can be tragic. I'll help you conquer her. Oh, here in the root of this flower, there lies such a power to take her on. You must consume and digest it, then you'll manifest a being of your creation. All you need's imagination, though it's only for a moment till you've beaten your opponent. And I call this route Holy Moly. Wouldn't you like a taste of the power? Wouldn't you like to use more than words? Deep in the night, the fight lasts for hours. You can be hurt or you can be hurt. Wouldn't you like to have some of the magic? Wouldn't you like your outcome preferred? Deep in the night, the fight can be tragic. I'll help you conquer her. Wouldn't you like a taste of the power? Wouldn't you like to use more than words? Deep in the night, the fight lasts for hours. You can be hurt or you can be hurt. Wouldn't you like to have some of the magic? Wouldn't you like your outcome preferred? Deep in the night, the fight can be tragic. I'll help you conquer her. Hermes, thank you. Don't thank me, friend. You very well may die. Good luck. Lady of the palace, sorry that I asked this, but I hope that I've been misinformed. I sent out some scouts to take a look around through here, and they wound up at your doors. Through the years we seldom get a warm welcome, so I must ask just to be sure. Did you do something to them?
Who, me? All I did was reveal their true form.
You turned them into pigs.
I don't know who you are nor why you're here, but let me make this one thing clear. I've got people to protect, nymphs I can't neglect, so I'm not taking chances, dear. If you make one wrong move, then you're done for. Anything I don't approve, then you're done for. I could put a spell on you and you're done for. Boy, you better run or soon you will be done for.
I don't mean to tip your scale, but you will fail at placing any spells on me. I just ate a flower, one that claims your power, so you better cower now and flee.
You must be a liar, mortals can't acquire money without dire consequence.
Then I must be a god like you, cause I got this root from the ground with my bare hands.
Hermes gave it to you, didn't he?
Okay, fine, yes. Well, regardless, you and I are now evenly matched. Our fates are intertwined, they're attached. I've got people to protect, friends I can't neglect, so now there is no turning back. You've made your one wrong move, now you're done for. I will be the one to prove that you're done for. Not even a spell saves you, cause you're done for. Oh, you better run or soon you will be done for. You've lost.
My nymphs are like my daughters, I protect them at all costs. The last time we let strangers live, we faced a heavy loss. You've given me no reason to bestow you with my trust, but everyone's true colors are revealed in acts of lust.
I'm not sure I follow.
There are other ways of persuasion, there are other modes of control, there are other means of deceit, there are other roads to the soul, there are other actions of passion. You have so much left to learn. Want to save your men from the fire? Show me that you're willing to burn.
Who's to say with the mistakes I've made
Don't be
that they
afraid.
will be the
Think
last
of your
mistakes I
past.
ever made?
Don't break when there is so much power,
so much power, but there's no puppet here.
This is the price we
I'm
pay
just
love.
a man.
There is no line,
I'm
never
just
enough. So
a
much power, but there's no puppet here.
I can't. Back at home, my wife awaits for me. She's my everything, my Penelope. And she's all my power, all my power. But it's been 12 long years, oh, 12 long years since I have seen my wife. And now the god of tides is out to end my life. So I beg you, Circe, grant us mercy and let us puppets leave.
Poseidon, eh? There might be a way to evade him. There might be a way to get home. Though this other way's very dangerous, it might be your one final hope. I know of a brilliant prophet. Problem is this prophet is dead. I can't get you home, but I'll get you to the underworld instead. I'll release your men and I'll get you to the underworld instead.
Wait, you're helping us?
There are many ways of persuasion. There are many modes of control. Maybe showing one act of kindness leads to kinder souls down the road. I remember actions of passion. I have been in love once before. Maybe one day the world will need a puppeteer no more. Or maybe one day the world will need a puppeteer.
So much power, but there's no puppet here. No, she's not a bear, she's a puppeteer. No, she's not a bear, she's a puppeteer, yeah. Friends, Circe's instructions were clear. No matter what we hear,
Full speed ahead. Hi, everybody. Oh my god, wait. Hi. How's everybody doing? Oh no, Addy Burke. Oh no. Oh no, we have Ad. Let me just put a timer. Hi, everybody. How are you guys doing? I hope that everybody's having a good day, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Hello, I'm live. I'm here. I exist. What else? I exist, and then what else? I'm live now, I guess. So yeah, hi Sayo and hi Benz. So today's schedule is simple and easy. It is Apex until it stops working again. I really hope it will not stop working, but if it does stop working, what can we do? There ain't much we can do if we stops working. I also want to try to use at least like half the model because like I have so much of my model and I never get to use it. So like, oh no, for now I just do this and then I'll zoom out. But yeah, hi. I had a lot of fun yesterday, even though I was very exhausted. So I was with my friends until like almost 3 a.m. at night. And then I got dropped off for them to like continue their little excursion. I wanted to join, but I was very tired, so I was like, I'll go home. So they dropped me off and they went and hung out like somewhere else outside. And they sent pictures. I was like, okay, I'm happy. I stayed home, or I came back home. And then I fell asleep at like, what, 6 a.m.? I slept very late, like very, very late. So it was like that. I was I was very exhausted. I am still exhausted. And I think I'm starting to get sick as well. I don't know. I just feel like I'm starting to get sick. Because my throat has been like kind of itchy. And my nose has been kind of stuffed when I like lie down. So I hope I don't get sick. Because I do have a presentation on Monday. And when I'm done with the presentation, I will say goodbye. Because that's when I hope I graduate. Like, I hope that on the 2nd I will pass my presentation and I will get all my passing grades so that I can graduate. But it looks like I will be getting all my passing grades, at least for now. We'll find out more when they start handing out grades. I hope we'll find out the grades before graduation, because it would be kind of a bad thing if they didn't give us the papers before we graduate. Also, I realized how bad my eyesight has gotten in the past few years, because like I'm trying to take off my glasses, because when I have glasses on it doesn't track that well, especially the eyes. So I've been like trying to take off my glasses, but then I'm just like a little kind of hazy. My eyes are still very hazy, and that kind of annoys me because that's not what I want. Okay. Anyways, what did it start? It started my day yesterday with waking up like around 11, I think, because I had to go and get my medication. The medication that costs like $160 a month. I had to go get it from like this. We have this big area outside my town. There's like, what, 30-40 minutes away by bus from my house. And I went there because that was the only place that had my medication in stock. And I went there, I was like, hey, I couldn't find this online. I wanted to order it online. Hi, Kenny. And they said you cannot order this online because this has to be like kept in the fridge. So due to that, it cannot be ordered online because sometimes medication takes a few days to arrive. Cheers. And she was like, if we order it and it takes like 3 days to come, it may expire because like it's not allowed to be kept outside of the fridge. And now I'm considering, because I have to take that medicine every week for a long time, for at least minimum of 5 years, she was like. But the thing is, the issue with that is I will be traveling like at the end of June. Where will I keep it? Does my hotel have a fridge? Can I leave my medication at the fridge? Because like when we're booking the hotel, I have to like ask them like, can I keep my medication in your fridge? Because what do I do then? Also, hi Noir. Noir Violet? Or is it okay if I call you Noir? So I'm like kinda Cosa Via. Hi Phantom. So I've been like thinking like, how will I keep my medication? Because most hotels here in Sweden do not have fridges, because there's a really no need for fridges here in Sweden. So there's like, chuck them for safekeeping later. It's shots though. It is shots. I can just chuck the shots. I have to inject it. Oh my god. I also have to like get more used to like injecting myself, because I may be good at injecting others, but I cannot inject myself with like shots because that terrifies me. Like the thought of like putting a needle on myself by my own hands terrifies the fuck out of me, because I'm like, what if I fuck up? Become Ben from Batman, ready to be injected. Oh no. Oh god, no, this is... I'm kind of stressing because it's like, oh my god. What if there's no fridge, and what if they decline? Because technically they can't decline, because that's a thing that is for my health, and it cannot be declined. But at the same time, some places are like, yeah, we can't keep it for like safety reasons, tampering reasons. Sort of mini fridge on your backpack. Honestly, at this point, maybe I should buy myself a little portable fridge if there is available. Because what if there is no fridge there? And what if they can't keep it there? That is like terrifying. Because it's a medication I need. And I'm not allowed to suddenly stop it after I start taking, unless I have side effects. Doctor was like, you're not allowed to stop it. Like, once you have started taking it, you're not allowed to stop it unless you start having the side effects. Because she was like, if you do that, then your health will like just take a hit, because it does affect your immune system. So unless I get side effects, I'm not allowed to like, just like stop drinking it, or else I will like not be okay. Those USB mini fridges, are there? I've never seen them. Are there is a question. If there are, I will definitely get one, because I'd rather do that than have to deal with like talking to them, explaining to them that this is a medication for my health, why I need it, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. Car fridge, but I don't have a car. I will not be driving a car to Stockholm. Wait, it'll not that known. It's a thing 10 years ago though. I don't know. I've never really heard of them. Oh, there are mini fridges for like insulins. Yo. They cost almost like $100, but like, oh shit. There are fridges for like insulins, from what I see. For like insulin coolers, it said. Wait, do you need insulin shots? No, I don't need insulin shots. But there are. It's like, it is called insulin cooler fridge. Mini fridge. I don't need, but I have like shots. It's like literal shots I have to take, and which is rare. Here in Sweden, they usually don't give out like shots. That is not in hospital. But it's like a tiny kind of thing. And I just injected myself. I don't need a doctor for it. I was hoping that I could just go to the hospital and they would inject it for me, because I may be able to inject others, but I cannot imagine injecting myself. That sounds terrifying. But I don't need insulin shots. No, my body for now is functioning just fine. Thank God. My doctor was like, your body is functioning fine. It's not giving up on you yet. And apparently I don't have that bad of like insulin spikes. So I've been keeping it well, apparently. She was like, it's good. You're fine. Yes, thank God. Thank God. Like, but there is an issue with this medicine. There is a tiny, puny little chance that I may become diabetic 1. But it is, they were like, this medicine is used for like different stuff. And one of them can be used for kind of like insulin, but not fully, and sometimes it's used for weight loss, and sometimes it's used for the problem I have. And it's more used for the problem I have because it doesn't really cause weight loss, it just causes like nausea, and it's like, by that it's considered like kind of for weight loss, and it kind of apparently also regulates something that like diabetics need. But she was like, if you are so unlucky, which is very, very unlucky, she was like, you may get a little thing on my pancreatic. Was it pancreatic? I don't know. But she was like, you may become diabetic 1. But she said, it will not happen. She was like, it will not happen. It is the rarest form of like side effect that can happen. So she was like, you're safe. You do not have any problems. And I have never had stomach problems other than the one I have. So like, I've not had any diabetic thingy problems or like problems with any of my organs other than my kidneys, I think. I forgot the organ. But so she was like, you're fine. It's like, it's a risk for people that are like really overweight and have stomach issues. And she was like, you do not have those. You are safe. So I was like, okay. Because I was sitting there, I was like, lady, what the fuck you talking about? Like, I'm gonna get diabetic 1. Damn, the medicine shots. Then a dash of gotcha. It's like, you just hydrate again. Cheers. It's like, she was like, you may get it, but there's an impossible chance. She was like, from what I see, according to your results, you're fine. She was like, your body's functioning fine, so you shouldn't get that. So I was like, buddy, you sure about that? Because I don't want to get like diabetic 1. She was like, you're good. So yeah, headache medicine, that's loss of limb. I know, right? Like, every single medication has like some kind of scary side effect. Like, half of the medication I've drank and like sudden heart stroke, heart attack, whatever, this and that. I once drank a medicine that was supposed to help my heart, and it had one of the side effects was stroke, a heart attack. I was like, is this supposed to be a medication for your heart or a medication to make you even more? Oh my god. Thank you for the follow, Elena. Do I know you? But thank you so much. Oh my god, we've reached the goal. I dropped something out. Oh my god, I dropped something. But thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. This one. What the fuck? That's not medication. That is medication for heart. Yo. Imagine a medication for heart where there's a slight chance you might have a heart attack or a stroke. And I drank it to support my my heart, because it was like it was around the time I was having heart problems. Side effect death. Yeah. It's like I said, just normal headache medicine. It can give you like very serious side effects, like if you're unlucky in the gotcha system. But yeah, oh my god, thank you so much for reaching the goal. We reached the goal. That's kind of weird. It's like we're growing the books, reading the side effect already soon. I'm not gonna lie, whenever I buy new medication, I read sometimes. Reading the side effect manual, the side effects, like the paper with all side effects when it comes to medications, is like you're like reading and you're like, is this medicine gonna cause me more harm than it's gonna help me? Because like you read just normal headache medicine, there's a chance you will get a stroke, there's a chance you may get a blood clot, there's a chance you may get this and that, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And it just sometimes feels like they're just writing down random stuff. Want cold medicine? Nope. You get 3 weeks of nausea. You want antibiotics? Your health is fucked for the rest of the year. So yeah, antibiotics fucks up your health for a whole year. One of my colleagues, he took antibiotics for a lung inflammation, and he has been sick a lot since then. Like, I mean a lot. Every time I'm called into work, it is because he's sick. They're like, oh, this guy's sick. I'm like, he's sick like every other week. He comes to work, works 1 week, and then he's sick the next 2 weeks. I'm like, is that guy okay? Or is he like dying? And he's not even old. He's like, what, 27? Or something like that? Like in his like mid-20s. I'm just like, oh my god, what? Is something wrong with this? But yeah, that was the side effects in so that you can go back to them. Yeah, it's like they put the side effects, they're like, well, just in case. You may fuck up, you may die, but there's just a small chance. It's like, whenever I asked a doctor, I'm like, what are the side effects of this? They're like, well, if you're unlucky, which you're not, but I hope, these are the side effects. But they're like, she's like, always, they're small, they're not big. The chances of them happening is very, very small. And they always like to say like, oh, you have this and this, which is good. Because if you don't have this and this, or you had these issues, then there may have been a chance for this. And I'm just like, okay, that's good. Thank you. Thank you for reassuring me and giving me like reasons why that will not happen to me, because that will make it a little bit easier to sleep at night. But then also 0. That's the problem. Yeah, that's the issue. It's like, it's literally a gacha game. It's like you are chancing, you are betting on that maybe you will be fine. But there's this 0.1% chance it will happen. It won't necessarily happen, but it can also happen. It's like, will it happen or not? Hi Kaiser. Hello, yeah, how's your day? Oh, my day is good. How about yours? I was sleeping half the day because I went to bed late yesterday, but yeah, that's one thing I hate about modern medication. It's like, I'm playing like gacha. I'm gambling all the time. It's like, you're constantly gambling. My doctor, when she was talking about that about the diabetes 1 thing, she was like, well, it's like crossing the road. There's a chance you may get hit, but there's a chance you may not get hit. And then I asked her a question, was like, on what country am I crossing the road? Because it also depends on what country you're crossing the road. For example, here in Sweden, if you're crossing the road, there's almost a 0% chance that you will get hit. But for example, if I go to of my home country and cross the road there's a little bigger chance that I will get hit by a car. So like, what country are we talking about? It will happen or not. Tune in next week for medication gacha. True. Taking some measurements so I can do some adjustments to one enclosure. Ah, good luck. Name of the game, Medicine Impact. Yep, Medicine Impact. It's like, I don't know. Medicine is like, I don't know. I was just like, you have to give me an answer. She was like, well, it depends. But she just said, for sake, we're saying you're crossing the road here in Sweden. It's not too hard, though. Yeah, they're all doing well. That's good. What enclosure? Like, what is there in the enclosure? But yeah, that was my little doctor's visit with a little spice of scare that maybe I might get diabetes 1, but it's almost 0% chance. But there's a 0.1% chance. This one is one of my common bow. Ah, to break the bird. But yeah, that was the German Autobahn. What does that mean? But yeah, that was and let's talk about my little grass touching trip yesterday. So it started with me early going in search. I was talking about that. Okay, I went to the pharmacy very early, like around 12, I think. I woke up around 11 and then hurried up and went to the pharmacy. It took me like 40 minutes to get there because I missed the bus. It's a road with no speed limit. Okay. I didn't know those roads existed. Yeah, I might shift my bound into called reactive enclosure when it's fully planted with a cleanup crew. Ah, good luck. But yeah, I went there, I got my medication. The lady was like, you have to keep it in the fridge, yada yada, you have to take it like this, blah blah blah. If you need any information, here's a QR code to our website where you can get any information you want, blah blah blah, the typical stuff. So I'm just doing something measure so you can just get the stuff in the right quantities. That's actually pretty good so that you won't have any leftovers. Very speed on is like, damn, you don't have the glasses on again? My glasses, yeah. I'm not wearing my glasses if that's what you're asking, so I'm just like struggling to read. I just have to like kind of get close to the screen or like that. I don't know. My sight has definitely gotten worse in the past few years. And after that, I was talking to my bestie, so I went to get sushi. I forgot to take pictures, but I was talking to her, so I just showed her my. We were FaceTiming, so I just showed her my food. I mean, I'll just use excess probably towards the back of the enclosure. Story time, yeah, story time about my my little grass touching trip yesterday. And I got my sushi at my favorite place, which took additional. It's like I was outside town for that little big place with a lot of stores, so I got back to town and I walked to my sushi place as I was talking to my bestie, and I had sushi. I don't know why, but I have this tradition. Every few months I just go out by myself, treat myself to something good, and that is often sushi because I love sushi and I don't eat it that often. So I got my favorite sushi. I ate there. I had miso soup. It was delicious. I love miso soup. I had a lot of seaweed because I love seaweed. I don't like dried seaweed though, but I do like the normal seaweed. So I had that, and I was talking to my bestie. I went around town, looked there and that, bought something, and I was just talking to my bestie. And then I went home. I almost burnt down my kitchen again. My mom asked me to make pasta salad. And I was supposed to cook the pasta. She was like, I cooked the chicken so you don't have to cook anything other than the pasta. And I was boiling the pasta and I was too busy talking to my friend, so the water just boiled over and my whole stove was in water. And funny thing, my best friend, she's Italian. I was talking to her and she was just kind of sad that I was burning and boiling over pasta while talking to an Italian. But yeah, I almost burnt down my kitchen. I thought my stove was gonna break because I didn't realize it was just boiled over. And then I was also boiling extra chicken so that it would be extra chickeny, and that also started boiling over. I was just there. I was just screaming like, oh no, what the fuck is going on? Like, no, don't burn over. It was a chaos. And yeah, that was very interesting. So I cleaned up the stove and then, yeah, we were good. It didn't boil over after I put a wooden spoon on it, and I may have put the stove on full power because I wanted the water to heat up faster and I forgot to take down that power. So that's why they boiled over, because I put it on maximum power and it is very hot. And then I put it on half and it didn't boil over, so we're good. I did my pasta salad and I was like talking to her, you know, just yappa yappa. The typical yappa yappa. She was free yesterday, so. And then around 6, I had to start getting ready. I missed my bus because I was talking to her again. And then I got on my bus. This is why I always put stove in medium flame, safer. But like, I wanted the water to cook faster. I didn't have much time left, so I wanted it to cook faster. But then I was still talking to her in the bus as I was going, and we were this time hosting somewhere else where I have never been before. It is one of my friend's dad's house, and I did not realize that their house was so big. Her dad's house is fucking big, and they live in a rich area. Like, how the fuck? They have 4 floors, y'all. 4 floors. That house was enormous. 4 floors. I was just looking at the house. I was like, damn. It did cook faster and burn faster. It didn't burn, but it did cook faster, yeah. I did lose water. And I was still talking to my best friend as I came. And I was walking around and was like, where am I going? Like, I was just looking at the houses, just hoping to see a familiar face. When I heard one of my friends call my name, he's like, V, over here. I was like, where do I hear my name from? And I look over, he was like, here, it just pops up from the door. And so my friends and we have a stalker app. I totally forgot about it. It's like we have each other's like locations on real time. We just put it for funsies just to see what everybody's doing. And he was like, I was stalking you via there. That's how I found that you were here. And I was apparently the last one there. Almost the last one. So like I came up to him, I ended call with my friend, and we were hanging, and more people came out. And I forgot that one of the girls, one of my other friends, it's her birthday. And they were like, oh, it's her birthday, we have to like get her flowers and stuff like that. They got an entire apartment building as a house. It was big. it had 4 floors, including the basement. It's like here in Sweden, they also count the basement as a floor. So like 4 floors, including the basement. Many rooms. What else? Basically, it was an enormous house. That's all I'm gonna say. Big house. Pretty house too. It was cute. Cute and old is what I'm gonna say. Wow. Yeah, wow. We were just all talking about how her dad is rich because on top of the house being big, they live in a rich area. Royal family sounding house. Not like that, but it was a pretty big house, okay? And you don't think they're like, I didn't know that her dad was that rich because she lives with her mom. Her parents are divorced. And I had no idea her dad was that rich. So I'm just considering, what the fuck does he do? Because I was never curious about what kind of job he does. And we had the house all to ourselves, other than her annoying brother. Yo, her brother was so fucking annoying. He would come up every 15 minutes and ask her something. Let's call my friend T. Let's call her T. So he would be like, T, what do I do with this? T, what do I do with this? T, this, T, that, T, that, T, everything. Like every 15 minutes, he would come by. Like his room was in the 2nd floor, or he was either blasting music in his own like music thingy, or he was like coming down and being like, T, help me with this. T, what do I with this? At some point he came and started bragging that he learned how to wash clothes before his sister did, and then he was asking her, do I put this here, do I put that? I was like, sir, I thought you know how to wash clothes. Why are you asking your sister? Wow, was that normal for him? Yeah. Like, actually no, he usually isn't that annoying. How old? He's 15, 16 I think. 15, 16 years old. But he's very tall. I didn't know he was that old because I had thought he was like at least like 18 or something like that. So I asked my friend, I was like, how old is your brother? And she's like, oh, he's 15. I was like, oh my god, he's a baby. She was like, yeah. But like, he's very tall. It's like almost 180 and he's 15. Y'all, he's almost 180 or maybe over 180 and he's just 15. Where? I want some of that height. What the fuck? And we were also talking about how my friend was a ginormous 3-year-old. Because we looked at, they had like this wall of like, at this T at this age, this tall, this I don't know, Brandon, I'm just gonna call her brother Brandon. Brandon at like this age, this tall, and my friend just came out from the bathroom, was like right in front, and she's like, wait, T, were you really 110 centimeters at 3 years old? And we just started laughing because we were like, that's a ginormous 3-year-old. And y'all, that is more than half of my size. I'm 155. And she was like, oh, we did lower the floors since then, but she was still apparently a ginormous fucking toddler because she was, at 3 years old, she was, I don't know, maybe they really did like lower the floors to the point that she was just an enormous toddler, or she was just a big toddler. That's like just facts. That was very interesting. We were just laughing about how big she is. I was at 15, I was 155, and I'm over, I'm not gonna say my age, but I'm in my 20s, and I'm still 155. They got the frost giant blood. They got the real Viking blood, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. They got the real Viking blood. Because that family, crazy. Like, I never thought I would see a day where I would see a toddler, 3-year-old, being 110 centimeters. Let me just move some stuff. Well, I stopped at the 182. I mean, that is still a lot. I stopped growing back in like what, 4th grade. Like, I remember I was the tallest in my class then, and then I just fucking stopped growing. Apparently it was due to my medical thing, but yeah. We talked about that. And then y'all know we're doing like graduation challenges to win a lot of bottles of alcohol. So one of the challenges was make out with a second class person, like someone who's in their 2nd year. And we had one girl in our group. She's around the same age as us, a year younger, she's a year younger than me, but she went to another country to study for a year, so when she came out she was like placed a year under. Someone pressed the B button while yeah, no, somebody pressed the stop button. Anyways, so I went into the bathroom and I come out and they're like laughing. So they were in the kitchen. I have to like pull out something. So there's a kitchen. Wait, can I? Microsoft Paint. Or did I remove it? I think I removed Microsoft Paint. Shit. Okay, basically, so bathroom, and then on the other side of the wall after the bathroom is the kitchen. So when you walk out from the bathroom, if you turn wait. Left? Right. If you turn right, there's the kitchen. So I came out from the bathroom after washing my hands, doing the typical stuff. I turned right, and as I turned right, I just see her and two of my friends just looking at each other awkwardly. I just raised my hands. I was like, I'm innocent. I don't know what's going on here. And then they all started laughing because I just raised my hand like, I'm innocent, just like as I got like caught or something, even though I was like completely innocent. And I went there, was like, what are you gonna do? And they're like, they're gonna make out. I was like for the challenge? They're like, yeah, they're gonna make out. And we thought we were supposed to film it. We were like yelling at them like, oh, you guys have to make out and stuff like that. And then they started washing like their teeth and stuff like that. It was just hilarious. We're just laughing. And then they went into the bathroom, and her brother was in the kitchen. He was like, those guys that are those people that are like at like football matches, like, oh my god, this guy did this throw on this place, blah blah blah. Those type of people. He was like that in the kitchen. He was like, oh, they went into the bathroom. Oh, they're laughing. They put music on. I was like, that guy. I don't know why. If he was he had his friends with him there. They were in his room while he was down there with us, like, coming every 15 minutes. Like, it was like coming to his sister like a fucking it was her child. It was like, I was at this point, I was like, are you her toddler? Because like I got annoyed. He was coming every 15 minutes and just annoying, was just there. And we thought they were doing there in the bathroom because they were kind of awkward and stuff like that, which is understandable. But then they came out like a few minutes later after like a lot of laughter, music and stuff, and they're like, okay, we're gonna do it now. And we thought they were doing it there, but no, apparently they were practicing. And we just started laughing even harder. So we were like, okay, we're gonna time this. And they were like, how long is the makeout for it to count as a makeout? And we're like, I don't know, like 10 seconds. At first I said 10 seconds. Someone was like, no, it's supposed to be longer. Someone said a minute. And I just said, sure, we'll just go with whatever. Hi. Wait, can I read it? Hi, Munel time? Dude is winning. It's a girl. 2 girls were kissing. It was 2 girls. 3 hours? 3 hours? 3 hours? I don't know. I don't think it is 3 hours. But they came out and we were gonna film. Someone was gonna film. Someone was gonna take time. Someone was gonna take this and that. Let me just turn off something. And I was supposed to take time and 2 people were gonna film. and you know, she showed her like student ID, like this is proof that I'm the second year student, and she was like, yeah, I'm the third year student, and they like start kissing, but everybody was laughing before that, and as soon as they started, everybody just got quiet, and they started laughing, like they didn't even last 10 seconds, and they started laughing too, because they're like, why are you guys suddenly so quiet? People were like, because it's fun spectating. Everybody was just going crazy, and then like they continued doing that. We were like, we have to do something because you can't just end at 10 seconds. We tried 4 times. Yo, 4 times. Every single time they would start laughing. And then at the end I was like, don't look at the eyes, look somewhere else. Okay, don't look at the eyes of the other person, because then you'll look at their eyes and you will start laughing. So I was like, just look somewhere else, like the nose, the forehead, I guess, anywhere but the eyes. Just pretend that you're looking at the eyes, but not really looking at the eyes. Because every single time they looked at each other, they would start laughing. Just saying, look up. Saying, look up, and they're cute little creatures. Okay, wait, I have to do that then. Go. Imagine if those two ended up dating. I don't think so, because they are one of them is straight, the other one is a bi, but one of them is straight. Manila. Oh, is that a Pokemon? Oh, it's cute. It's purple. I like it. I like anything purple. But yeah. It took us 4 times. And at the end they were like, okay, we're gonna listen to that. And they did not look at each other in the eyes. And they looked anywhere but the eyes. And we successfully did it. 20 seconds. They lasted 20 seconds. And after that they started laughing. And thank God it got approved. It got approved. So it is fine. We were kind of scared that it was not gonna get approved. And they were gonna be like, oh, it's not approved because it's like not long enough. But thank God it got approved, so. And after that, we were watching Truman's Show because there's a girl in our group that is terrified of horror movies. Last time we watched The Gorge, which isn't a horror movie, it's a thriller. She was so fucking terrified. She was just screaming and she was giving me the death glare. And she was telling me, V, I am gonna kill you. I was like, I'm innocent. I didn't know you were this scared. I really had no idea she was that scared. Also, cheers. I think I forgot to drink. Because, like, I had no idea she was that such of a scary cat. I was just like, I'm innocent. I didn't do shit. I didn't know. But in the end, she was fine. She was fine. Although the whole movie she just scream and call me a bitch and did give me the death glare and did threaten me one too many times that she was gonna come and kill me and show up at my house. But you know, it's fine. And then she was, every time she got scared, she was like, I'm gonna hit you with my leg, because she was like lying, and then one of our other friends was holding her and she had her legs on my legs, and she was like, every time I get scared, I'm gonna hit you. She did hit me a few times, and every single time I tried to move, she would get so scared. But thank God she didn't. So this time we watched the Truman Show. It did take us 3 hours to finish it because we kept stopping because 1, to do the makeout thing. 2, my friend's brother kept coming every 15 minutes and asking her questions. And I can wash clothes discussion took about 30 minutes. Because he was arguing that he can wash clothes and she was arguing like, I don't care, I can also wash them. He was like, oh, I can wash better than you. She was like, he was competing that he can wash better than her, but then he contradicted his own words by coming back later. He was like, can I put this? Can I put white with black? Or can I put colored clothes with uncolored clothes? Can I put this with this? We were just like looking at him like, dude, we thought you knew how to wash clothes. What the fuck is going on? Locked the boy in his room. honestly, I wish we could. We were like telling him to just hang. The craziest part is he was coming down to chat with us while his friends was just sitting up there in his room. I think that is rude. I'm sorry, but for me that is rude. If your friends are at your house and you're coming down to chat with your older sisters, friends that are much older than you, then I'm sorry, you're kind of stupid. Like, you can't do that. What if the dude is trying to check out on her female friends? Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked because most people there are females other than 2. There are only 2 guys in our group, so... Bro isn't rizzing up. No, bro was kind of aggressively sticking to everybody. And at the end of the day, when we were leaving for them to drop me off at home, like, he was forcing one of my friends to add him on TikTok. He literally came up to us and he was standing by the car. He was like, I'm not gonna let you guys go until you don't add me on TikTok. I was like, dude. I was like, I understand why you're 15. I understand why you're 15. Like, I knew it. He's counting. Yeah. He was forcing everybody to follow him. And I had to, like, use one of my burner accounts to follow him because my main account is right now my main TikTok account that you guys, you know, can follow. Like, okay, let me just do that. And he just literally forced every single person there to add him on TikTok before he let us leave. And the whole evening he was just coming, he was just telling us this and that. Kind of like, it was kind of like he was trying to be part of our group and, you know, just hang out with us. But, like, it wasn't successful because most of us there, all of us are older than him. You know, much older than him. And he's just a little kid over there, just trying to come into a group with, like, older kids, like, older people. It's like, I want to hang out with you guys, but then he's doing it so incorrectly. It was like, he was trying too hard, exactly, and he was failing even harder. Because every single thing he did was just annoying. At some point, like, everybody was just like, yes, and we're like, can you just shut up and go to your room? I don't know, it was the most random guy in this world. I thought my sister was annoying until I met this guy. He's shooting his shots at low accuracy. He doesn't even have accuracy. Accuracy left the chat long time ago. Usually he isn't like that. He does come out every single time we are at his mom's house. But he does usually just, you know, sometimes come out, ask for candy and stuff like that. But he doesn't come out as often. I was just there like, dude, just go into your room and hang out with your friends. And then at the end, he came and asked like if he could bring girls. And apparently one of the girls was a girl he was talking to, and the other one is the girl's friend. And we went out for a walk because it was too hot inside. And by the time we came back in, it was like the girls had already come. We didn't know how many girls there were. And then at the end when we were leaving, 2 girls just walked down, and we were just laughing like, "Ooh, he got 2 girls," just like, you know, making fun of him for funsies. But he was such a chaotic guy. He is punching the air 2 meters away. Yep. It's like, I'm sorry, but like, it's like, it was just so awkward. He's a child. Like, once everybody found out how old he was, we were just like, he's a child. And, yeah. It was very awkward. And actually, apparently he was not allowed to be at home because when my friend had asked her dad, because he was going away with his girlfriend, apparently to another city to meet her family or something like that, he had apparently told that you can be there but not your younger brother. Like, he doesn't want to leave the house unattended with her younger brother because he is still a child, not legally a child. And apparently he was still there, so he was at their father's house without him being allowed there. But we were just like, we're there, we're just gonna look to make sure that he doesn't explode the whole house, which he didn't. But he was annoying, very annoying is all I'm gonna say. He was trying to show off. You know, like when you visit you're older and you visit your friend's house that has a younger sibling, and he just tries to come out and be like, "Oh, I'm so cool, give attention to me and call me cool." He was that kind of thing. But like we were just laughing because he was just acting so childish. Damn his computer. Dump his computer in water. No. There is no need for that. He later he did brag. He did, and as we were leaving, he came down. He's like, "T wants you to come into my room." It was like all of us. We're like, "Why would she want us to go into your room?" He was like, "I don't know. T wants us to go into my room," and we went in, and he just wanted to show us her stuff. T didn't want that. T was just lying there because she knew what he was doing, so she was like, "I accept that." She was like, "What am I supposed to do?" So he showed us his Lego buildings. He showed us his Lego stuff. He showed us his like thingies that he has been building. He showed us his broken vase that he broke by climbing into the wall, like into his room via the window, just because. I don't know. And then he showed us his PC. He has the tiniest PC with the most ginormous GPU I've ever seen. The PC was having a hard time holding it, so he just put Lego pieces like a little ladder to hold them. I was having a good time because that was the funniest child I had ever seen in my life. I don't know. I have no words. That was very interesting. He's rocking in ITX form. I don't know, but that was so weird because his PC is tiny. The case is very tiny. But the fucking GPU is just ginormous. He was like, "Oh, I built this myself. I'm so good." I was like, "Good job, kid." But that was nice. And after we like left, they either asked me like, "Do you want to come with us?" They were gonna drive the car. My friend got a new car. It's an electric car, and apparently that car can go up from like 10 kilometers an hour to 150, and they wanted to try out doing that, and I was like, "I'm going home. I do not want to be on the newspaper tomorrow, 2 weeks before graduation. I am going home." So they dropped me off at home. At almost 3 a.m. I came home. I went to bed. I was in bed until like 6 a.m. and I think I fell asleep after that. 20 centimeter case with honestly at that point it was like the GPU was almost the same size as his fucking case. That's how big the GPU was. I have never seen that big of a GPU. I don't know if the GPU just looks small in his case, but like it was big. That GPU was big. I was just looking at it, was like, that does not look proportionally correct. Especially if the PC is having a hard time holding it up. He literally had to put Lego pieces for it to hold up, or else it would like collapse. That was funny. But he built it himself, so good job to that, because I felt building my own PC. But yeah, there was a lot of laughters, a lot of stuff. We played a lot of card games, we played Uno, and somehow I won every single time. I was so shocked. I thought those people were smart. They were all big talks. I was just sitting quietly and winning. We played Uno, like I think 10 rounds of Uno, and I won 8 times, and 2 times I had second place. Oh my god, I'm getting a call. Let me just give me a second.
I'm in. What do I do? First up, uncharted waters. When lost, look towards the sky. Follow the North Star, no matter how far you greet you with a smile, fight your way through, do what you must do, but no matter what, keep moving. It's gonna be dangerous, my friend. You need a mindset change for this. You cannot get away with playing safe for this. You wanna get home, put it all on the line and put your whole head in it. Remember every trick in your domain for this. You gotta treat it like it's the main event. You wanna get home, put it all on the line. Be dangerous and lastly the win back. We went through so much to get this. Keep this bag closed if you wanna get home, sir.
You won't get another time to try.
The raging storm inside won't let you get closer.
It was meant to stop you by design.
'Cause no mortal can pass Poseidon's storm. Open this bag and you'll never make it home. You'll never make it home. Don't you know that danger is my friend? My whole life I've trained for this. I cannot tell you how much I have paid for this. I have to get home, put it all on the line. I'm gonna use ruthlessness, every trick, every skill put to use for this. I plan to put an end to all the foolishness. I have to get home, put it all on the line, or be dangerous. Hermes, thank you. Don't thank me, friend. I'm not the one who fought for you. Then who? Good luck. You must be who Hermes mentioned. A monster here to block my way. I'd like to hurry up and end this. So if you don't have much to say, then oh, bring it on. I'm not dying here, I'm still fighting here. I'm holding on till I see it through, till I've beaten you. I already know your tactics. When you swallow, you attack with whirlpools that attract prey. But I see a disadvantage, 'cause I don't even have to kill you. I just have to avoid you. See if you don't spit it out soon, all that water will destroy you. Oh, bring it on till you're out of breath, till there's nothing left. I'm holding on till I'm in the clear, till I'm out of here. Oh.
Y'all. You got a heart of the card, huh? Yeah, the call was very timely. Needs a close up redeem. The call, yep. Anyways, it looks like I have to go. I have to go. They called an emergency meeting for our presentation on Monday. And I did not know it was today because they were like, maybe we're gonna meet today, maybe tomorrow, maybe on Sunday. I was like, I can't on Sunday, but maybe I can today. And that was like earlier today, and then he disappeared. But apparently around 4 p.m, so around 2 hours ago, they wrote in Snapchat, which I don't use, I have it off, like the notification off. They're like, they apparently wrote to me, and they didn't call me. Like, I should have told them to like call me, because they thought I was still sleeping. They're like, oh, he's probably still sleeping. So I didn't know. So I have to go in a bit. No, yeah, will it be fine? Like me leaving stream or what? But I do have to go into the city. I don't understand where they're planning to sit, because almost all shops are gonna close soon. I don't understand what they're doing. Oh my god. Okay, so we'll do like this. I will go. I have to go to the meeting. It's a must, because it's about the presentation on Monday. And if I don't go there, I will probably be left out of the group, and I'd rather not. be left out. I'd rather get my passing grade. So I will go to the meeting, sit there however long we have to. It will probably take a few hours. Sit there, fix the meeting, fix everything that is supposed to be fixed, and then I will come back and stream. So I will just end stream here, make a short stream of like yappa yappa, and I will come back for the actual playing. So I will come back in like, we say 3 hours, 3-4 hours, and I will do a late night stream. I'm really sorry this happened like this. I had no fucking idea they were suddenly gonna be like, oh, well, let's do it. I hate this person. Sometimes she's nice, but she comes up with stuff last minute. Like, oh my god, girl, why didn't you call me? And my sister had my phone at that time. At the time they were texting, so I had no idea. If you can still catch the meeting and good. Oh, I will definitely catch the meeting. She was like, you have to come now. You must. I'm gonna go and give him an earful. She has to get me a drink now because she did this last minute. Anyways, I will go. Graduate's is important. Yeah, it is important. Hope you can. So I will go, and I will come back because I have to come back. It's kind of weird if I don't come back. So I will go now, and I will return in a few hours. So until then, I will see you guys. But what was I talking about before I left? I'm at least gonna try to finish that talk. Oh my god. I hate stuff like this. I was really hoping they were gonna do it tomorrow after I have my driving class. But yeah, I will be streaming later tonight. I will give more information in a bit. I forgot to. It's okay. But yeah, it's okay. I will probably talk about it a little bit more when I come back. I'm really sorry, everybody. I will be back in a few hours to play Apex again because I really want to play Apex today. And maybe if Salem's awake, we're gonna do something then, or somebody else. But yeah, until then, I will see you guys. Make sure to take care, drink water, eat something, rest while I'm gone, and come back when I'm back. Or I'm gonna come after you and your souls. I will see you guys. Bye bye. As a sorry. Okay. It's fine. Good. Go catch a graduation. I hope I can catch a graduation. I better catch a graduation. I did not suffer this long to not catch the graduation. Okay. Bye bye. I will see you guys in a bit.